And they're still moving.
Minions have spawned.
Not sure how I feel about that. All 5 of them moving. I mean, I don't mind it, because if they do run into a Morgana or a Nautilus or anyone from Invul, they should have no problem with dealing with that. But
Sometimes I think this anger just weighs me down.
I don't know. Dabus, I can't hear you. I don't know if the stream apparently can't hear you either. I don't know if you're...
Should...
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Should be fine.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was because you were just not saying anything or not. I had to check.
Yeah, my mic was definitely on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, both junglers starting towards their bottom sides. Do you expect an early fight over a topside Scuttle Crab potentially? And who do you expect to win said fight, if there is one?
Morgana does have the Black Shield to deny some of that CC, but I guess all of it is going to basically rely on whether Judgy Rocks can get the priority inside of that lane, and if so,
yeah, I would say that's fair.
And if so, the 2v2 is probably looking good for them. Like Yone against mages in general fares quite well. Like there might be some exceptions, but in general, Yone against mages is the kind of matchup you want to have.
And you can see in all 3 lanes right now, Invul with quite a lot of pressure, quite a lot of priority, and Yuna and Winters giving a lot of respect over to this Nautilus.
And they don't really want to get caught.
You could see a fight. The root's going to come down, as is the zap. Weebly's going to rattle through a couple of rockets with the lethal tempo, but not going to be able to find the kill.
Yeah, the level 2 advantage.
But yeah, Invul definitely in control of the map in the early levels here, Invul.
Okay, and it looks like Morgana's just going to be safely full clearing towards the scuttle. Meanwhile,
we might see an early gank from Hakes towards this top lane, though. Weebly taken low in the bot lane. Yuna pumping out quite a lot of damage with that Hellblades Virus. SS Friendship dropping low, looking to trade back onto Galungulate, but it's Hakes that picks up the first blood. Yuna now gonna look for Vilestorm, and the heal comes out the last moment for the tidal bounce from Nami. Not gonna be enough to finish off Vilestorm. That could have very easily been 2 quick cross-map kills there for Recipe for Disaster.
yeah, so Hikes sniffs out a very good gank opportunity. When Gardevoir, you know, took his time full clearing the entirety of his jungle, plus the Scuttle Crab, so he wasn't there in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice first blood for Recipe for Disaster.
But it will be a double Scuttle Crab for Gardevoir. It will be the double crab in trade.
He's going to... Oh no, Nami's going to steal it.
Winters. Oh, it's been stolen by Winters. Oh no, Gardevoir. That's, well, interesting. Judgy utilizing the Yone for that long distance trading. Got to get himself in and out, and Yone is the perfect champion to do that with. But who do we expect to be winning the fights in this pre-15-minute period, Dabus? Because personally, I'm not sure.
Well,
I kind of automatically give it over to the team with Viego, to be honest, but I don't know.
Yeah, it really depends on whether Viego can get the resets or not. But then again, Invul, I think they have pretty good tools for skirmishing. So if they get the jump on R4D, then
yeah,
they could
definitely
come out victorious, most definitely.
But I think this game might well devolve into who can pull the trigger first. You know, whichever team finds that engage, whichever team gets that initiative. As we see the Dragon picks up Gardevoir in trouble now. Galungulate on an invade. The Dark Binding hitting the Gromp. And Gromp maybe getting Gardevoir killed here.
Oh,
Judgy Rocks
is it-
and SS
oh!
Friendship roaming. Face. Oh, he can't quite find the kill. SS Friendship and Judgy Rocks now going to move in and pick that one up. The haymaker over the wall doesn't find the target. And it's a kill donated over to the Own.
Yeah, a bit of a sunk cost fallacy there for Dave. He really wanted to get that one.
Yeah,
all
a little
costs,
bit of an
but-
overchase. A little bit of an overchase, I think is fair to say. Weebly taking a lot of damage in his bot lane. Bubble connects onto Vilestorm, and he is now going to be the target. Yuna trying to stack up that Blight. Can he pop it with the piercing arrow? No. No cooldowns available on that Varus. Charges the arrow now, and it goes wide.
I want to take the moment to talk about the Varus and like his choice of itemization for this game, because while Lethality Varus might be more effective in terms of like lane dominance,
Yep.
I feel like as the game goes on, you know, as more and more minutes pass, I don't think he's gonna get many opportunities to actually throw the Qs off without getting interrupted by something. Like, Invul's comp is very much go in all the time. So, I feel like more of a defensive setup with potentially even an Immortal Shield Bow would probably be more effective for the Varus in the long run. But
Yeah, definitely. Potentially, I would agree. But there is a lot of consistent DPS coming out of that Viego, coming out of that set. And if you can land 1 or 2 arrows, not even necessarily, probably only even 1 arrow, you do set up your Syndra for a very easy kill. Hake's just missing the stun, triggering the snap trap as well. And we're getting a full fight here in the bot lane. Hake's going to drop instantly to Vilestorm. I believe the Ignite taking that one away. As Judgy Rocks finds a solo kill in the mid lane. Yuna gonna fall to Gardevoir. And Weebly can't quite find the snipe. Gardevoir going to go into the tower for it. Not going to be able to secure the kill with the Tormented Soil. Nearly giving the Nami a double kill there.
so Invul win that big fight in the bot lane with her superior crowd control, and there's a solo kill in the mid lane, so just winning on all fronts right now. Dave trying to do something against Vishen. Doesn't have the Haymaker.
It is. The Showstopper comes through, and it's a lot of damage onto SS Friendship. Facebreaker back in, but the taunt going to take SS Friendship away to safety. They're both going at it in the top lane. Absolutely hell for leather from the pair of them.
Shen has to be quite careful with the amount of health that he has right now. But,
Judgy diving forward, Scatter the Weak. Gonna keep Orange Hood safe. The Syndra knocks away the Yone. You're not allowed to dash on top of me today. No thank you. That's quite annoying.
And Hike's just going for the Rift Herald. No dive attempt is going to be made from Recipe for Disaster. And also Hike's going for a very aggressive Viego build. Oh, the Haymaker!
Yeah, very,
doesn't
very
kill.
much aggressive. The Haymaker. Oh no, Dave. He's just about going to survive.
here
with that
comes
step
Morgana.
regen. But Morgana is spotted by the Viego. Viego now going to start moving up as well. Set having that passive increased health regen, especially when on low HP, could do Gulungulate wonders here. And Gardevoir's in trouble. The Stand United is going to be popped onto his face. The taunt's going to come through. SS Friendship finds one. Hake's going to look to answer back and will do. Dodges the Fate Sealed, actually, with the Viego passive. Very nice little interaction there. 1-for-1 in the top side. Shen and Syndra versus Morgana and Yone. I would much rather be on the Invul side of that 2v2.
Yeah, Gardevoir showing up faster than the other jungler. That's an interesting tidbit there. Also,
But Hakes and Galungulate nearly managing to actually turn that 2v2 to their advantage.
yeah, my my backside was definitely clenched when the Viego possession, you know, was about to come up. But yeah, Invul still very much ahead in this game, and they keep, you know, they keep using their tools very well.
Yes, definitely. Oh, Yuna, he's in trouble. He's going to get rooted up. Aftershocks procced. The depth charge is fired away as well. We are going to get the Chains of Corruption. And this could be a turnaround onto Vilestorm here from Recipe of Disaster in the mid lane. Going to see more fighting. Hakes caught out by Gardevoir. Another kill donated over to Judgy Rocks. as Vilestorm escapes with a sliver. Yuna is going to work forward for Wibbly, though. Wibbly? Weebly. Wibbly was the caster last game. Oh, too many people with very similar names.
Tidal wave whiffs.
I don't like the use of the tidal wave there. I don't like that at all.
Okay, so yeah, Weebly and Vilestorm having a little bit of trouble in this lane, which is understandable, but thankfully for them, the rest of the map is in pretty good condition, especially the mid lane. Yone is very much where he needs to be. Soon he's going to finish his Immortal Shield Bow, and once that happens, yeah, the whole dive/engage part for Invul is just going to be that much more effective. When Yone has like 400, 500 health bonus to work with.
I'm very interested.
Plus all the shields on top.
Yeah, definitely. The shielding could be absolutely insane. But I have to say, I'm very, very much interested as to why Hakes has gone for one of the Noon Quiver items here on the Viego rather than the Divine Sunderer, as has become common.
Yeah, before the Divine Sunderer changes, Kraken Slayer was quite big, or the Immortal Shield Bow in the mid lane.
Judgy Rocks could be in trouble. Hakes gonna find the stun, but the Fate Sealed, sorry, going to carry Judgy over the wall. Galungulate in trouble, really. Not too much HP left.
Solo kill.
Potentially, the taunt connects, and the Showstopper's going to come through, but I don't think it's enough. The Haymaker for the shield, and Galungulate is going to fall to SS Friendship.
Yeah, this is a matchup. Friendship. This is a matchup that Set usually wins. And SS Friendship is doing very well in the top lane. And while all that's happening, Invul also takes the dragon, so things are going swimmingly for them in the early game.
Yeah, no, definitely going very nicely for Invul. And in terms of scaling, this game is not going to get any easier for Recipe for Disaster. Hakes looking for SS Friendship, but a dash and a flash will carry him very quickly to safety.
Yeah, very limited time before the plates go down, so Ike's just trying to get what he can with that Rift Herald. He's going to get a little bit of gold.
Yeah, definitely going to get a couple of platings worth. An extra kill effectively in the back pocket of that Viego. Now, lovely Scatter the Weak to block the dash. Unleash Power going to come through as well, and Judgy Rocks and Orange Hood are looking for this. Gardevoir potentially forcing a dive hit under the bot lane tower.
Oh, another binding.
Winters, yeah, binding going to connect. I think I'm a couple of seconds behind you. The rocket and the depth charge seals the Nami's doom. Chains of Corruption are just a bit too little too late. And Galungulate is going to eat a Dark Binding as well.
I was, you know, I'm not going to say I had my doubts as to, you know, Morgana pick, but yeah, I just had to make sure that Gardevoir knew what he was doing. But yeah, this looks very good on his side. He's assisted many times in all kinds of lanes.
Yeah, he's been everywhere he's been everywhere he's needed to be. Which, from a jungler, can you really ask for more? Oh, Judgy Rocks, he's going for the Orange Hood Ninja. And this Syndra could be in trouble, ticking down from the Ignite. I'm not sure Judgy quite has enough damage to secure it. But it's going to force the Syndra out of lane and potentially going to yield first turret in the mid lane for Invul.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yep. Should fall quite easily. Okay, Hike's going in.
Yeah, Hake's going to look here. Judgy Rocks is full HP. He does have the support of his bottom lane. And Judgy could be in trouble. The Heartbreaker is going to come down, and Judgy Rocks' heart hath broken in two. Hake's going to transform into that Yone, and as this game goes longer, that's pretty terrifying if you are Invul.
Yeah, the Viego is always a threat just because of how he works as a champion. That's an unfortunate fact for Invul that they'll have to swallow, I suppose.
You could be 50k gold down after 10 minutes and still lose the game because of Viego.
Yeah, the one position can absolutely turn a fight around, and this is what Invul have to keep in mind. Every time they team fight, they have to know exactly where Viego is, keep tabs on him, and if possible, just try to get rid of him. before things really go sour.
Yeah, definitely. He is one of, if not the single priority target for Invul in these team fights. Another arrow gonna connect onto Vilestorm though. But Lethality Virus into Shen and Nautilus. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's not a fun time in my opinion. As I've mentioned before.
We do see that it is actually going to be Kraken Slayer on this Viego. So I don't know if there was something changed. Honestly haven't been playing that much League of Legends recently. I don't know if something's changed or not, but maybe Hakes knows something that we don't.
It's just people realized what Viego really is about, which is the possessions. Like early on, those Kraken Slayer builds actually popped up a lot because, well, Viego still does pretty good DPS on his own, but the possessions are really what matters here. Meanwhile,
yeah. Oh, meanwhile, Judgy Rocks is diving the mid lane tower. Orange Hood Ninja's going to fall. The Unleashed Power's not going to be unleashing anything on the owners. We now see a fight in the bot lane. Stand United going to come through, and the hook connects. Wintars is in trouble. SS Friendship's going to look to dive, but the Chains of Corruption from Yuna going to keep his support just about safe. Rift Herald is dropped in the mid lane though, and I don't think Hakes wants to take this 2 versus 1. Turret's going to fall, and now engaging the fight at this point is the worst mistake you can make. The Soul Shackles come through, and Hakes has to flash away.
Yeah, with that kind of build, Viego is not going to survive for long enough, in my opinion, that he can actually...
Now it looks like he's going for a Sterax.
Yeah, it's usually just Divine Sunder followed by a Sterax. That's a lot of what we see in pro play. Just focus on survivability as much as possible, just so you can get that one position. And
yeah, because if you get 1 kill and then you transform, and then you get a bunch of your health back, and you're just another champion, so you have a whole new set of abilities to use as well.
Yeah, that should be the focus, but instead it's this, and I don't really expect Viego to be much of an influence on the game in general, just because of the build he's running.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the Viego can do, definitely. So we saw in the early game, Hakes and Recipe for Disaster complete objective control within that first 5 to 8 minutes. Since then, all Invul, all the objectives, all the time. 2 dragons to 1, 6,000 gold in the lead. If you're Recipe for Disaster right now, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I guess you really just have to wait until more champions hit like one of those early power spikes, otherwise the fights are going to be hard. But you can work off some individual picks. We're trying to get the Shen, but he's just going to flash away.
Yeah, the Shadow Dash is just way too much mobility when you're playing against a set and a Viego. Just a tiny dash from the Viego, no real gap closers on the set either. And if we have a quick look at the items, only 2 mythics completed on the side of Recipe for Disaster, into the 3 on the side of Invul.
Yeah, this is exactly the problem here. Oh, Judgy is in a bad spot.
Judgy's found Hakes. Fate Sealed is going to get him out to safety, but he is going to have to snap back, snapping back into 4. The Heartbreaker is going to come through. Shield Boat is popped, as is the Stand United, and he is just blown up where he stands. Hakes will now have a transform, and Weebly could be cut off on the wrong side of this fight, but no. Invul going to find Galungulate, make it a 1-for-1. Although, Recipe for Disaster, the Tidal Wave whiffs completely. What are you aiming at? Hakes looking for a re-engage around the top side of the walls, but not going to be able to find anyone. And that could have been absolutely terrifying for Invul if that Tidal Wave had hit multiple people.
Yeah, that looked like a potentially very nicely placed counter-engage, but yeah, the Tidal Wave was not on target. They actually managed to get Judgy Rocks at the beginning of the fight, the perfect circumstances for a good fight for R4D.
Exactly the target you want to be removing from the team fights before they even begin.
Yeah, but
we do see the Ludens Ludens is now picked up for Orange Hood Ninja as well, so that Syndra is going to start to hurt.
Well, yeah, I think it might still take a while. That Ludens is only the beginning. Like, the level lead on the other side is just doesn't really makes the Syndra hit for a lot less.
Definitely.
And the Archangels is nowhere near being completed.
We are going to see the Manamune completed with relative quickness on the Varus, though. Nearly 300 stacks there already. As I say, it ticks up to 300. So we could see quite a lot of damage coming out of that Varus very shortly.
Yeah, that Muramana is really what Recipe for Disaster need before they start, trying to poke down some of these targets. Varus is going to be the focal point of a composition. Trying to play for picks, trying to take it one step at a time. We really don't want a full-on engagement against Invul because that's just going to end in disaster. Well, okay, Phil, that's a recipe for disaster. Okay, I'm gonna see myself out now. You can take over.
The first recipe for disaster joke of the season is made. Vilestorm stunned up under a turret, taking a couple of shots. Not taking all that much damage though. Not the Thorn Mail, that's just a Bramble Vest. The Essential Oils and the Locket of the Iron Solari really going to do wonders to keeping that Nautilus alive.
Yeah, the problem for R4D is that they don't really have a way to really get fights on their terms. Okay, Judgy Rock's going
Judgy Rock's
hard.
Doesn't actually catch Yuna with the Fate Seal, but it's going to find the kill anyway. He just has way too much damage with that Bloodthirster Shield Bow combo, and he has so much survivability as well. You basically have to cut through 1,000 HP's worth of shielding before you can actually kill him. On top of his health bar.
And Judgy realizes that if he can tank all of that damage that Recipe for Disaster throws at him, then there's not much else that they can do.
No.
Syndra, if she just ults Fiona and he just laughs it off, like his Bloodthirster shield gets depleted or something, then...
He doesn't... At this point, I don't think the Syndra ult even breaks the own Bloodthirster shield.
He's just such a big presence in this game.
God of War could be caught out, though. The Shirelias is going to be popped by Winters, but Judgy Rock shows up and he scares away 3 people.
Yeah, really playing for picks is all that R4D has left. And for that to succeed, they need better vision control than what they have right now. Invul is still mostly just going around the map unopposed, and it doesn't really look like R4D is ready to counter it in any way.
No.
Ike's now in trouble, potentially.
Oh, yeah, the Viego definitely caught between a rock and a hard place. Going to blow up Gardevoir nearly, though. The stopwatch is beautifully timed to stop the unleashed power and the Viego damage. Weebly picking up Hakes with one last rocket to the back of the head, connecting the zap onto Yuna as well. Orange Ninja double stun. That was really, really nicely timed. Stand United down now onto Vilestorm as Judgy Rocks dives over. The Fate Sealed goes wide, but this could still be catastrophic for the Recipe of Disaster team. Galungulate now joining the fight as Judgy Rocks is taking all of the aggro, but he doesn't take damage. The Yone has so much healing as an arrow whistles through. Dave is not able to pick anyone up. And after all of that, I believe it's only a 2 for 0.
Yeah, the level lead, the item lead, all of that makes Yone just nearly impossible to kill at this point. And it really...
8,000 gold lead as well.
This team fight just drives a point home forward. Like, if R4D doesn't get... If they don't get, like, a concerted effort to kill one of those targets quickly, then the fight cannot possibly go their way.
Judgy Rocks is 3,000 gold ahead of Orange Hood Ninja. As we see Gardevoir get caught, and this is one of those catches, one of those picks that you were on about. A nice little cash injection for Yuna in the bot lane.
Yeah, that's a start. But Recipe for Disaster needs plenty more if they want to come back from this one.
Would you say that a pick like that is the first part of the recipe for disaster for Invul?
Yeah, you could say that, I suppose.
As we see Hakes get decapitated in his own jungle. Although I guess it's not really his jungle anymore, it's Judgy Rox's jungle.
Yeah, he's gone for the Merc Treads because of Shen Morgana Nautilus, but now that Yone deals so much damage, he has no armor to protect himself. Oh, what a nice sequence from Judgy.
Yeah, Judgy. Oh, and he even catches the Fate Seal after the knockback. That is so nice.
He's showing off his game, that's for sure.
Yeah, he wants to make a statement. He got stuck on 80 carry last season, and now he gets to play his role, his champions, with his team, and he looks to be reaping the benefits.
Yeah, pretty much a statement game from Invul so far. Like,
yeah, I don't think
working.
this Baron's getting contested at all. This Baron should not be contested. And if you are on the Recipe for Disaster lineup right now, you are in turtle mode, trying to get as much gold as you possibly can, and seeing if you can find that miracle fight. But with Ocean Soul spawning in just under a minute, and the gold lead cresting 10,000, I think Recipe for Disaster's goose might be cooked.
It's very, very tough. I don't really see a way for them to win anymore. Like, the win con of just picking out one target at a time.
Have you looked at the individual gold values real quick?
Yeah, it's...
Vilestorm is 300 gold behind Galungulate. The Invul support nearly has as much gold as the Recipe for Disaster solo lanes. Oh, this could be a big catch for Invul. Oh my god, the Nami is just eliminated from the map. Galungulate falls as well, as does Hakes, and it's just Yuna and Orange Hood Ninja. Couple of low health bars on the side of Invul, but it shouldn't be anything worrying. SS Friendship should be able to 1v2 this, honestly. The raw amount of power he has in that Shen build now, as Gardevoir gonna secure the Ocean Soul here for Invulnerables. And if the game wasn't over before, with an Ocean Soul secured, I think it just might be.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. The death timers are not... They're not long enough to secure a win. Unless... Yeah, they might actually...
Yeah, that's a very dead Syndra. That's gonna probably be a very dead Nexus within the next couple of seconds. As we are going to see potentially another fight here. Wintar's already taken down very low, and it's going to be the rapid fire cannon Jinx that is unleashing hell on the Recipe for Disaster lineup. Judgy Rox picks up one, Judgy Rox picks up two. Are they going to find more, or are they just going to take the Nexus? Gardevoir going to get taken out by Yuna. Yuna at least the positive light on this Recipe for Disaster lineup this evening. A solid game for him given the circumstances, but Invul with an absolute statement take their first game of the season.